This is way worse than we thought. We have multiple updates on key New York Yankee pitchers for this team, as revealed to us by Yankee manager Aaron Boone, and this has huge implications on what the New York Yankees are going to do with a struggling pitching staff that now just did not get the updates that we were hoping for, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And if you guys are part of that 70% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe. We're on that grind right now. You guys do not want to miss out on all the great content that we have. But let's jump into the video because we do have a lot to discuss. Well, guys, as we know, we have gotten multiple New York Yankees updates on multiple pitchers for this team. Now, starting with the most important guy on the injured list right now, Luis Gil. The New York Yankees just got another update on him. Now, Gil was scheduled to be out until sometime in June with the injury to his lat. He was struggling. We saw Clark Schmidt miss over 3 months with this injury. And now, where things stand right now, the New York Yankees desperately need Luis Gil to come in and be that ace that we saw last season, as the Yankees are in dire straits of need for pitching. Outside of Max Fried, the starting pitching has been awful, and Gil does give them a guy who looks like the future ace of this team, who won Rookie of the Year and was straight up phenomenal last year. And now a new update does not give us a ton of hope on that. As Brian Hoke mentioned, Luis Gil was scheduled to resume a throwing program this week, either Wednesday or Thursday, but it has been pushed back to about 10 days. Gil had an MRI, and Aaron Boone said doctors want to see more healing before he throws again. And here's what Aaron Boone had to say: it's just the level of healing, so it's got to get to. I don't know, 80% when they start, there are check marks of when you start the throwing program. It's going how it should. It's just, we need another 10 days, essentially. And since then, New York Yankee fans are not exactly thrilled with this outcome. The Yankees want Gil back as soon as possible because, again, their pitching has been awful this season. You look at the starting pitching for this Yankees team, it's been abysmal. That's the top 5 guys on this list. We will come back to this list. Stay tuned. But you see Max Fried has an under 2 ERA, most wins in the American League right now, most wins. Man's cooking. Hasn't lost a game yet. ERA under 2. He's great. Carlos Rodon's ERA is over 5. I mean, Carlos Carrasco's ERA is over 5, even though he did have a great showing recently. I don't think that's going to be consistent based off what the first couple ones looked like. Will Warren is at a 5.14, and then Marcus Stroman is at an elite 11.57. So obviously the New York Yankees need some starting pitching help. It is desperate, and Luis Gil gives them just that. I mean, Gil thus far into his MLB career had those 2 seasons prior that he pitched in a little bit, but didn't really get things going. Also went down with Tommy John surgery. Came back last season, had a WAR of 3, winning 15 games, losing 7 of the 29 that he did end up pitching in. Look, he pitched really, really well, had 171 strikeouts. The whip was solid. Everything about his showing was solid with a 3.50 ERA. And it was even better in the earlier part of the season when, up until June 1st, Luis Gil had a 7-1 record with an ERA of 1.99 and 79 strikeouts in 11 appearances. But he did start to lose some steam as time went on. He was coming off that Tommy John surgery, still young, hadn't pitched a full year in the MLB. It was kind of just a Murphy's Law type deal where everything that could have just went wrong the prior year for Luis Gil did, and because of that, he was just trying to find his rhythm, find his way back, and he did run out of steam a little bit. However, this season, he was not expected to do so. Now he's out with his lat injury, which is going to prevent him from being in the game for a while, but once he comes back, we shouldn't have to worry about him falling off and running out of steam, because at the end of the day, he will only be pitching half a season again, a little over half a season if we're lucky. But another 10 days down definitely is not great. It does push his recovery back probably around the same 10 days. So now instead of that early part of June that we were looking at, I'm going to guess it's now mid to later June, somewhere around that June 20 area. So not exactly what you want to see. I do want to see Luis Gil's first start in person, or his first start in Yankee Stadium, and my birthday's around then, so that might work out for me a little bit, but I'd rather see it right now. So obviously unideal for the New York Yankees right now, but at the same time, there's nothing that can be done about it except just continue to wait on that. Now, we also have an update on the guy who I just showed right there for a second, Jonathan Loaisiga. The New York Yankees have an update on him as well, as revealed to us by Aaron Boone. Loaisiga has not pitched in a very long time for the New York Yankees. Missed all of last season, essentially, with Tommy John surgery. Is still not back, still working his way back, and he's not going to return imminently as much as the Yankees bullpen could desperately use the services of Loaisiga. Now, it was revealed by Aaron Boone, and no, Loaisiga's not in that ambulance despite all the injuries he suffered. It was revealed by Boone that Lowe's in a good spot. He threw his second live. I think he's got a couple more before he starts his rehab. He'll travel with us to Tampa, so he'll throw another live this weekend, and then one early next week, and then be ready to start a rehab assignment. But he's been in a good place now for a while, and we're excited about where he's at. So good sign for Jonathan Loaisiga as well, but not a great sign, as it does feel like he is still a while away. Aaron Boone doing a lot, or saying a lot by not saying very much, showing that Jonathan Loaisiga is still a bit of time away from his return to the New York Yankees. The Yankees could use Loaisiga back. Again, told you guys we'd be going back to this graphic because you look at the bullpen, not the top 5 guys. Devin Williams has struggled early in the season. This is not the first time he has. I expect Williams will get it together. Luke Weaver has been absolutely phenomenal for the Yankees. Tim Hill's been all right. Fernando Cruz has been up and down, mainly all right. Mark Leiter Jr. has had his moments, but for the most part has not been great. Ryan Yarbrough, very, very little appearance, but struggled in that. Meanwhile, you see a guy in Yoendris Gomez who's been really good for the Yankees, and on top of that, we've seen Hendrick be good. Ian Hamilton struggled, so we've seen a few different guys kind of show up. Adam Ottavino has been good in the very, very, very minimum that he's pitched. So where things stand right now, the New York Yankees could desperately use more bullpen help. Coming into the MLB, Loaisiga was a guy who Yankee fans loved. He was expected to be one of the key core pitchers for the New York Yankees, but injuries and setbacks did have an impact on him. And for his career, he has a 3.44 ERA in 163 games played. He started 11 of those games, was initially looked at as a starter for the Yankees, coming off as a bullpen player initially, but then moving to that starting role, and then also at times looked like he might be the closer for the Yankees, as he did have 7 saves in his career. So it's been a weird spot with the Yankees trying to figure out the optimal role for Jonathan Loaisiga. But a few years ago, we did see the Yankees experiment with him in the bullpen more than ever. Though he still started a bit in his first 3 years, it was mainly that he started to come out of the bullpen, and that's what made more sense for Loaisiga. And he was expected to be the Yankees' key bullpen arm for a while. He had an elite year with the Yankees in 2021, where he had a 2.17 ERA, had just a really, really good showing as well. It looked like Jonathan Loaisiga was going to be a huge part of this team for years to come. He also had 5 saves in that time as well, as the Yankees definitely were considering moving him to that closer spot. However, after that, he came back the next year and did not pitch well with a 4.13 ERA. He pitched games. He just didn't have the stuff the same way. And then after that season, we saw in 2023, he dealt with a lot of injuries. And then in 2024, he almost instantly went down after playing 3 games to get Tommy John surgery. We're yet to see Jonathan Loaisiga back on the field and having an impact, but it is something to stay aware of. The Yankees like Loaisiga. There's a reason why they've kept him around for so long despite these injuries. And though his contract is coming up, the Yankees would be able to get him back for cheap, which I expect them to. They really do like Jonathan Loaisiga as a player a lot. He could throw with some fire. He can move that ball around well. He's a very talented pitcher when he's able to stay on the field. So we'll see how that goes as well. But guys, let me know what you think. When do you think Luis Gil is going to be back? When do you think Loaisiga is going to be back? Comment your predictions down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.